Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Oh my goodness, I have the biggest knot in this already huge conglomerate of wires. Please forgive me. Can I do this now while I've turned on the camera, while you're waiting for your reading? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Bam, there we go. Okay, so once again, hello. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings and tarot messages and guidance from the Oracle Divinations, my spirit guides, spirit for the month of September. I think it's going to be an amazing month, and I know that if we say that and we believe it, we definitely achieve it, but I'm being very sincere with that. So a couple of reasons I feel that way is, first of all, I'm reading for the featured sign of Scorpio right now. So Scorpio, I've been hearing through the grapevine and through my sensitivities with a lot of Scorpio and water signs, not a lot, but a good enough amount in my chart to realize that I think, obviously with exceptions, you know, this is a general reading, there are some really wonderful things that are happening and feelings that are growing within you. And mind you, you are a water sign that's all about feelings and definitely depth and definitely ruled by Pluto, which is about transformation. So you know all about that. You do represent the 8th house. You represent the tarot card of death. So it's all about renewal, death and then rebirth, which is what happens with the seasons, which happens with every one of our lives. But it isn't always about actual physical death. And I know you know that, but you're also incredibly keen and sharp when it comes to the intellect and just very, very aware, very sensitive, very intense. Yeah, you're one of the most intense water signs, but being ruled by Pluto would definitely have a lot to do with that. And historically, you were ruled by Mars, and Mars is the hottest and most intense, one of the most intense planets we have, and it's masculine and it's the warrior planet, right? So of course, that's the kind of energy that can and does a lot of times come from you. It doesn't matter the gender, but you get the job done. You're a fixed sign and you're very determined, you're loyal, you're dedicated, you're kind of black and white. There's no in between so much, you either know how you're feeling or you like someone or you don't, sort of thing. But you are very, very kind and very caring in so many ways. So we're going to pick your highlighted sign, which is what I always do as I go around the zodiac wheel for every featured sign. And so for you, for the beginning of the month of September, Scorpio, take a deep breath and let Spirit guide us and ask that Spirit bring up the most important information and influences that can happen for you with this particular highlighted connection for the beginning of September. I always like to say, oops, it went off the chart or off the board there. And you have Aries. It's not one of the most common combinations, but I've been studying, and for those that are new, I'm an astrology enthusiast as far as compatibility that I've been looking into and interested in studying and, doing my due diligence, if you will, since I was 12. But the tarot I've been doing for about 30 years in readings and just continually studying, because you can never learn enough. I have found there's a great rapport with the Aries and Scorpio, and comment and tell me if you think I'm crazy, but this is a pull there. And generally, as I always say, it's water and water and fire element. I said Aries, but Aries is not an air sign. Aries is a very, very fiery sign, very full of ruled by Mars. So you can kind of relate, and that's probably, now that I'm thinking about it, of course, why there is that underlying, fundamental attraction, because that was your historical ruling planet, though now it's Pluto. You have both. And, Aries is no joke. He's the first sign of the zodiac, he represents the first, the beginning of the astrology year, which is in March, which is spring, because he's a cardinal sign, Aries. And that's somebody who initiates and begins and pioneers and initiates, movement, continuously doing something, spirited, active, youthful, just like I'm a child, I'm going to try anything, do anything. You're a little more grounded as far as water goes. And speaking of which, we're in the beautiful season of Virgo through the 22nd of September. And so that's a really good feeling and time for you generally every year. And I'm hoping so much that you, along with many people I've certainly talked to, and I'm feeling that have had a chance to go away and make even small little staycays, you know, because there's been a lot going on with us emotionally, and that's what you pick up on the most, right? And, you know, so that's essential for your well-being. And then, you know, I'm sure you have Virgo friends for a lifetime, because I've read your connection. I know that that's how that works with the two of you, Virgo and Scorpio. Another very common connection. And it doesn't have to be romantic. I'm talking on all levels, you know, friends, work partners, the list goes on. So that's what I love, is my love connection readings are not solely about romantic love, though it's in the air. We have a lot of Libra placements happening and coming in. We've had Venus in Libra, and it will go into your sign, Scorpio, on the 10th of September. I like that for all of us because it's intense, and it's intimate, and it's passionate, and it's deep, and it reveals things. And it happens to be the second house for Libra, so that's money and all sorts of hidden, you know, things coming through, and, you know, other people's money. And I don't know, it's a great, I love it. I love that energy. It's powerful, it's dynamic. And we have the new moon happening on the 6th. So intentions of, you know, what you want to do moving forward for the rest of the month is really valid. And then the 20th is the full moon in Pisces, which is your fellow sign, Scorpio. So a lot of wonderful, beautiful energy that works in your favor and harmonizes with you. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing. Aries is just fun and adventurous, and they're hardworking, and they're loyal, and, you know, they're attracting. There's something very attractive to you about that, and you like that sense of strength and power, because that's actually what you are as well. You know, we tend to like people that remind us of us, even if it's in a different form, you know. So I'm going to continue on quickly with my readings because I have a lot more to do. Well, not a lot, but, you know, I want to get these out at the beginning of the month, like I said, because as a massage therapist, which you may or may not know, but a lot of you do, and thank you for coming back and watching my videos, who have been supporting me from the beginning. I want to keep growing and growing and growing, and it's patience, and it's time, and it's people like you making that happen. But yes, as a massage therapist, you know, my hours are bizarre and funky, so they're beginning of the morning, later in the evening, like nighttime. So I just come and do my readings whenever I possibly can. And I did say I kind of wanted to get them all out for the first couple of days at the beginning of the month. And then I come back again for the mid-month reading. So come on back for that. You'll no doubt have a different highlighted connection. The highlighted connection does not have to be somebody you're with. You may not even know this connection. You may not even have this in your, you know, in any way a part of your being, but you never know with new moons, because they always bring new things in. And then we do have a retrograde in Libra happening at the end of the month, and we'll start to feel the shadowy side of it around the 6th, and then it, you know, we'll be fully out of it mid-November, towards the latter part of November. But point in case, we have Mars going into Libra on the 14th. Mercury just went into Libra. It was in Virgo. So clarity of conversations, relationship oriented, okay? Anytime it has to do with Libra, balance in our relationships, the ability to see both sides, to be more adaptive, okay? And Venus ruled, which is what, you know, rules Libra. So definitely about, you know, really putting forth our emotional, loving side for all sorts of different reasons, and for the nurturing and caring of others, and it just feels good. So let's see what the 4 major categories are for you, and definitely Aries, but maybe just all of your relationships, okay? This caters to all of them, so whatever resonates with you most. And then I always recommend you watch your moon, rising, and Venus placements as well, because you get a really, really good indication of a lot more. Sometimes you resonate more with other planets in your chart than you do with your sun. And for reasons I can't really say, because it's very individual. This is a general reading, but first sign. Okay, I haven't gotten this. I've been getting a lot of repeats. Overall energy for the beautiful beginning of the month of September. Oh no, did I do it again? Wow, I've been doing that a lot. Nope. Oh goody. I've been forgetting my glasses. Can't see without my glasses. The Prince of Swords. Well, that is an aerial energy. The Prince is the page. The Prince and page, they're young, they're youthful, they're beginnings, they're the beginning of a message that's important. Definitely a youthful kind of energy. It could be definitely having to do with your children or talks of having children. It's a very fertile time, and it's a healing time with Virgo in the mix in the first house of the sun through the 22nd. And then, of course, we go into equinox of autumn, which I fully enjoy, but it seemed as though it came way too quickly. Nevertheless, it's here. This could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. We have the moon, as I'm recording this, on the 31st of August in Gemini. We have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. A lot of air elements, a lot of mind, a lot of thoughts, a lot of expression, communication, connection, verbalization, teaching, learning, growing, expanding our mind. So don't be surprised if you hear something that has to do with maybe, I don't know, venturing out into possibly writing or speaking in public somehow, which might frighten you, but you have so many talents and such creativity. I wouldn't think for a moment you would hold yourself back if you felt like you could just start one foot in front of the other if you've not done it. And if it's even starting a YouTube channel, we can all do it. You just got to do it. That's the main important ingredient. So something's feeling really good. There's this beautiful butterfly of transformation, something new, something straightforward, fair. It'll be definitely in regards to communication coming through, and I think it's a positive. I really do. So let's move on to the next category and see how this plays out, because they all kind of intertwine together. And it is a journey, after all, with the beautiful tarot. And so the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. And so you start the month with a messenger, and it could be you just feeling your childlike self and having fun and getting out there, always holding on to that part of you that wants to laugh and be silly and just enjoy, like you did when you were children. If not your children, or someone, like I said, who's either younger than you or represents youthful energy in some regard. So, the beginning stages of some things, Possible blessings or obstacles. This has been in this position, I don't even know how many times, and I'm shuffling and shuffling, so Spirit has a reason for it. It's the Two of Swords. It is also, once again, the air element, so there's a lot of predominance, and you may have a lot of air in your natal chart, or you're surrounded with people in your family, friends, and you just seem to resonate well. It is the sign. Libra is the sign anyway before yours, so it's not uncommon. I mean, I've been with a lot of Scorpios and had a wonderful time, so that's a possibility. But it's a connection of, it is about making a choice, and what they say as a crossroad. And literally and figuratively, you've got the swords crossed. Which way to go? So take one away and you've got that powerful Ace of Swords, right? Take that away, you've got this powerful Ace of Swords. Sorry for shaking the camera. Point in case is that whatever choice you make will be a good choice, because it looks and appears to me, and with the other plentiful of signs that are getting the same card, there are a lot of choices to be had. I love that for people, because at one point in the last year and a half, there weren't any choices. It was like nothing's happening, or way too much. So know that you've got what it takes to understand and make that choice. And it does have, as I've said each time, that it has the newish moon getting fuller. It's not actually a new moon. So I would say between the new moon on the 6th of September and the full moon on the 20th, there's to be some real finalization of ideas and conversations made, and all the right people connecting at all the right times, okay? And that's what it's about, is timing so often in life. The synchronicities, recognizing them. You do that because you have that inner sense and that psychic ability to really kind of pick up on things very well. So the next category is that of finances, and it does have to do with the energy of money, absolutely. Or what you consider to be wealth, whatever that is. Everyone has a different, everybody needs money. We need that in this life. That's a reality for sure in the three-dimensional world, and that represents the coins and so forth. Let's see if you get a coin or a pentacle, is what I'm trying to say. Well, no, you did not. What you got basically is you. So, you are very, very comfortable. It is the King of Chalices. It does not mean you have to be a man, of course, either gender, but the maturity and the ability to create and to manifest a large sum of money if necessary, a large sense of wealth in your relationships, in your well-being. We create our thoughts that then create our energies that then do all sorts of things, as I say, and I have before, and I try not to because I really like to keep my channels on the optimistic up energy levels. However, the fear that's been cast on a lot of us and that we've been around and surrounded with is detrimental to us in so many ways, and it definitely lowers our resistance with, you know, feeling well and our immune systems and just not feeling happy or generally, you know, okay. Well, that's not happening, and you are extremely powerful as you are, Scorpio, and feeling very, very secure, empowered. You're very heart-centered, though, you know, it's about, but general, just having the control and feeling at peace with your emotions, okay? That's the simplest way to put it, but it's really important because we have to grow to learn these kind of things. We have to go through different relationships or circumstances that make us, you know, be able to compare and to recognize what's ours to, you know, claim and what we don't need, and so on and so forth. And you've got this. You've absolutely got this. So congratulations that of all the, you know, categories, you're going to be just fine, and you know this. And if it's not working in one area, you're going to make it happen in another. That's just who you are, Scorpio. So right on. I love that. And the final category is that of surprises and wishes, or wishes and surprises, whichever you choose to say, because we can wish our life into existence. And oftentimes in doing that, because we have that power and we are all manifestors, it can happen in a heartbeat. And next thing you know, there it is. Boom. And you're like, whoa, I know I asked for it, but I didn't really think it was going to happen. Or you asked for it and you know, you're pretty specific, and you had that new moon, let's say, as an example, intention. It was powerful. It was very connecting and very, very, you know, just auspicious. And it was all there, just in all the right, perfect storm kind of thing. And, but you said, I don't really care so much about exactly how it transpires. Just let it transpire. And it does in time, like not necessarily overnight, but you put it out there, and so help me, it's coming back. So be very aware, and a lot of times, of what you're wishing for and the surprises that are in the future for you, right? Because they can be amazing. They can be life-altering, changing, and we have Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius, so he's very, very, very prominent at this year, and it will be through next year in Saturn, certainly, and it is in Aquarius for this year and next year. So, you know, discipline, structure, but also Jupiter in the sign of Aquarius, which is, you know, the Uranian energy of just incredible miracles coming out of, like, dropping out of the sky kind of stuff. So what is your surprises and wishes? Well, this came up from last reading. So, I mean, Libra might have more connections with you. It would make sense because they're the sign before, but I've shuffled quite a bit. And what you have is the Ace of Wands. So you've got the fire and the ambition that's coming through. You are in charge of your game, as usual. King of Chalices with the heart in the center, you know, because emotions bring things into fruition the most as far as manifestation. You need the thoughts, you need the feelings, you need to visualize, but the emotions are what push it forward. Well, this is fired up, spirited emotion when it's the fire sign. So it's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, and that's your highlighted. So there's something going on here, and it could have started as early as the beginning of the year in March for you. With the eclipses that came through, I mean, the storyline is still coming through with those, by the way. It could last to the end of the year. New, incredible, you know, physical rejuvenation, health, sensuality, sexuality, relationships, power, just beautiful, beautiful beginnings. You know, the world is your oyster. So this is excellent. And you got the star to keep it going. And that represents the Aquarian energy as well. And the yellow being the solar plexus, the power within. what a wonderful reading. You have 2 swords, you've got the cup, which is you in your energy, and you have the wand. So the only thing you don't have are the pentacles. So, but you know what? Not thinking it's an issue. Not thinking it's an issue. So I hope you can relate, and you do definitely resonate on some realm with this reading. But I'm going to finish with a couple of the oracle messages because they're sent from love. And I love this particular, I change up my decks each reading from the beginning to the middle of the month. This is the beautiful star spinner tarot I've been using. Pretty happy with that. I got it as a gift a year and a half ago. I love it. Maybe it was just last Christmas. I lose track of time. I apologize. I think it's understandable though in some ways. And this is the beautiful Motivation Manifesto deck. So, insights, beautiful phrases, sentences, like you could use it as an affirmation. And so for you, beautiful Scorpios, for the beginning of the month through the first half of the month and longer. I mean, I can't say, it's just like I don't predict your every move. That's definitely you and your will to work with the energies. And I know you feel them more than most. So your message for you is there is nobility to those who do not let neediness or desperation compromise who they are. That just like somehow went over my throat chakra. That was pretty deep. Let me read that again. There is nobility to those who do not let neediness or desperation compromise who they are. Well, I can't imagine a better saying for you because you would not let that occur. You just simply would not. It's just not in your nature. And the strength in you is very, very evident and powerful and mysterious and deep and really beautiful. So you can carry those thoughts and maybe take a snapshot because that's excellent. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Brendan Burchard, who made this deck. And finally, if you have not subscribed or liked or commented or shared the videos to this point and you feel like you'd like to be a part of my my tribe and my channel, please do so. It just takes a moment and it's extremely supportive, and I don't think many people know just how supportive it really is because what happens is apparently, because I'm still new at technology and all that stuff, I'm more of a sensitive person, if you will, and but I learn. I mean, I'm always open to it. I'm not a connoisseur of it. And yet, I'm kind of lost my train of thought, to be honest. Oh, YouTube likes to, when they get a lot of likes and shares, the algorithms pick that up. So the more of you that help me in that way, I'll be able to do more videos, and then it'll continue to just, build and grow, which is my whole purpose and what I hope to have happen throughout the years. So in closing for this beautiful, beautiful oracle of the Super Attractor Manifestation deck, which is just that, attracting to us exactly what we want because we created that. We put it out there, it will come back, right? Karma, law of attraction, energy. It's all real. And your message, ooh, I like this. I haven't seen this one. And there's that new moon. Oh man, something powerful. And I love it because it's Virgo. That's extremely good for you. It's grounded, it's sensible, it's detailed, it's organized, it's mental because of the Mercury, aspect, which is the ruling planet of Virgo. It's really deep and it's long lasting. So on any realm in your life. So I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. And you would be right. And so hold that in your heart every day of your life, every moment, and know just how important, how much you are worthy. And it'll come back. And life will be amazing. And you'll have these wonderful opportunities just continually coming. So once again, thank you for your time. I know it's precious and I appreciate you being here, and I hope to come back for your mid-month reading. Until then, take great care of yourself. Bye for now.